Hello everyone, NEligahn here with this kind of special in-between episode of Tours and Tactics. I wanted to get a quick video up that just kind of overviews World vs. World vs. World for new players, and for those anticipating future beta tests, including the stress test on May 14th. Now, before we get too into it, I'm going to reiterate that this is a stress test. It's designed to push the game to its limits and may not work. Don't rage. If it crashes, then it's doing what it's designed for. Also know that everything in the beta is subject to change. Remember that also as this series goes on. So, what is World v World? Basically, it's Guild Wars 2's version of open world PvP. The goal is to capture keeps, towers, and supply camps. For every couple of minutes, the game registers who holds what and adds to your team's score. At the end of 2 weeks, the team with the best score wins, and their entire server moves up in the WvW ranks. There are 4 separate worlds to conquer in World vs. World: Eternal Battlegrounds, Red World Borderlands, Blue World Borderlands, and Green World Borderlands. Each of the Borderlands is the same as all the others, except they start with a different team in full control of them when the match first begins. From what I've seen so far, you stay the specific color through the match series. I don't currently know if, when your bracket increases or decreases, if your color is able to change. So, how do you know what team you're on? Well, at the start of the game, Green owns these territories. At the start of the game, Red owns these territories. At the start of the game, Blue owns these territories. Remember that the overall goal of World vs. World is territory control. Sure, you can get a little bit of extra XP for kills, but your primary focus should be taking and holding the keeps, towers, and supply camps. Completing these sorts of missions will give you the maximum XP and cash. Before we end the video, I just wanted to express some general guidelines for maximizing your play in World vs. World. 1. Find a group and run with it, especially if you're just starting out, and jumping right in from the starting zone. Yeah, you're buffed to 80, but just barely. You're nowhere near strong enough to really fight the enemy without a force behind you. Coordinating with other people will also help you to make friends and build some contacts. Number 2. Don't be a douchebag. This is kind of self-explanatory. Talk to other players like people, not machines. If you want to try to build something up to attack, put it out in the chat. If someone doesn't want to join, that's okay. If someone isn't playing what you feel is the right way, offer to help. If they ignore it or don't take it, shrug and do something else. Only by working together and helping your fellow gamers out can you truly ensure your server and World vs. World team is the best it can be. And number 3, the most important rule, have fun. Remember, gaming is about enjoying what you do, and MMO gaming is about enjoying what you do with a lot of other people. If you're an ass, you'll likely be treated as such, and it'll be harder to coordinate attacks and defenses, let alone lead them. Well, that's it for now. Look for the next tour up at its usual time on Monday. Oh, I also wanted to drop news that we now have a mailbox dedicated specifically to this. If you have questions that you would like to see appear on Tours and Tactics, put Dear TNT in the subject header, and we'll choose the best ones and see if we can answer them. Granted, we're only going to be able to work with the beta information that we have now, but I think it'll be a good starting point for getting some, back and forth feedback going. Well, till then, game on and take care.